Well, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to the Red Dirt Handicapping Racing channel. This is our first video on the new channel. Excited to be bringing you guys some handicapping news. On this video today, we'll be discussing looking at the wheel pays on any handicapping board. You can find a lot of winners by just looking at where the money is trending and if there's any variances from the morning line to the wheel pays. Before we get started with some of the examples from today, February 21st, 2021, I'd like to introduce the channel. Say this is for those who'd like to learn how to be better handicappers, those who'd like to share their handicapping knowledge with the group, and those that just enjoy the fundamentals of horse racing and the data mining and trying to find winners. That's what this channel is dedicated to. Also, this channel is dedicated to product testing. If you have something you'd like for us to review or test out, just email us and we'd be more than happy to take a look at what you got to offer. So with that, we'll dig into how do you use the wheel pays to hopefully find more winners at the racetrack. I have brought up my Twin Spires account, and if you don't use Twin Spires, that's fine. You should still be able to get wheel pays on any of the other services, but I prefer Twin Spires because it's easy to navigate and use. And it's for the old timers, it used to be the old ubet.com site. And I think Twin Spires has done a great job in updating and converting the data that we can look at. So just some things we'll look at here early. I have race 2 at Tampa Bay Downs pulled up. You can see I have it sorted by the morning line odds. And in order to do that, I don't know if a lot of people don't use Twin Spires. It's really cool. These columns are actually hyperlinks, so you can click on odds. You can sort by who's the favorite to the least. You can sort the morning line back to the favorite to the least, and then you can compare the morning line to the odds that actually we're going off at. They have what's called a profit line, which is where they consider if the odds are above this, that would be a profitable opportunity for you or an overlay. So you can read more about that in other books. But for the purpose of this, I've got it sorted by the morning line. Then what I like to do is go into the pools, and you'll see there are the wheel pays. You can sort the wheel pays by odds. So you can see how they're stacking up. You can do it by the pad into daily double. Do it this way. So when you look at the wheel pays here, you'll see that 6 is the favorite, 4 is the second favorite, second's the third, 5 is the fourth choice. So go back to your program, and what you want to look at is the morning line, and you would write this down, which is 2, 6, 5, 4, and 3. When a short field like this, I'd just do the top 4. If it's got more than 8 runners, I would do the top 5. The winner in most races will be in the top 5 of any betting. At least 80% of the winners come from that. So if you're looking to narrow down your handicapping, a lot of times you just take the top 5 and then just handicap that. You're going to miss some bombs on occasion. It is what it is. If you're a bomb player, then you're willing to set out a lot of losers. So everybody has their own preference, just not one I like to do. So you got 6, 2, 5, 4. And if you go back to the pools, you'll see that it has 6, 4, 2, 5. So the mover in the race was the 4, and he's actually going off as the favorite in the race. And you'll also see that the 6 and the 4 are paying out 2 times lower than the third choice and the fifth choice. So anytime you see these two paying out 2 times less than the next horse, it's a good bet that one of these two is going to win, the 6 or the 4. I personally like the movement on the 4 and the morning line odds and the action it's taken. So I would have bet the 4 in this race. And on Twin Spires, you can go watch the video. You can watch the replay if you want, but we'll just look at the results. In this race, you'll see that 4 won the race. This is probably one of the more solid methods you can have out there. And it's just, again, watching the morning line fluctuation to the wheel pays and seeing who the mover is or who's the variant. A lot of times you'll see in the top 4 especially if it's got 8 or more runners, a horse that's way out in the bottom of the morning line sneak into the top 2, you should always pay attention to that horse. We'll look at race 4. This was another good example over here at Tampa Bay Downs. You'll see we got an overwhelming favorite here in the 2 horse. And when we go look at the wheel pays, we should see that as well, and we do. You've got, not only is it double the lowest payout to the second choice here, the 1 horse, same thing in the pick 3s. 2 is an overwhelming favorite. Now, depending on how you want to play this, you're not going to make any money at 2 to 5. It is what it is. But you could key this horse with what you think are some other long shots in the gimmicks. That's up to you, but I would definitely say 2 is going to win this race, and 2 did with ease. Again, you can watch the playbacks. Another example of this same method is looking at the horse race 7 at Tampa Bay. Again, you got a pretty heavy favorite in here with the 4 to 5 on the 8 horse, the morning line there. You go look at the pools. Again, you'll see the wheel pays. You got a double here, right? 34 to 64. You got another double here. 8's pretty solid to hit the board. 8 won the race. So that's all fine and dandy. Let's look at a different track. So we'll go over here to Gulfstream. I got an example in race 3. Go to the pools. Actually, go to the program. You can look, your morning line is 7483. Go to the pools. You'll see it's 7438. So 4 was a mover, but you got a double here from 7 to 4. Almost a double here from 7 to 4. I would definitely play the 7 horse. And results were there. It's the 7. So this was how you use the wheel pays to kind of look at where the morning line odds were to the actual payouts. It's an easy way to handicap. It's not 100% fail proof. You're always going to be on a very low paying horse. It's used to, and primarily with gimmicks, to key a horse and maybe throw in some long shots behind and hope you can get a little bit of a higher exacta or trifecta. That's how I would use it. Or you can just use it for straight up win betting. If you have a high enough hit rate with it, which this thing in my tracking's been well over 70%. So it's a really good method. It's solid. Like I said, I call it the wheel pays time 2 method. Anytime you have in the wheel pays where the lowest paying horse is 2 times lower than the next horse in the payout, you should definitely pay attention to that horse. So I hope you guys enjoyed this first little video, and if there's anything you'd like to share in the comments section, whatever, that'd be great to hear from everybody. I plan to put a TwinSpires link into the description, and also I'll put my YouTube contact in the description as well, or not YouTube, but my Twitter account and the link description as well, so that you can watch me on Twitter. I like to throw out picks throughout the day randomly. Unlike anybody else, I got a day job, but when I'm online, I'm able to bet. I'll throw out a few picks just to share them with the group, just for fun. So hope everybody enjoyed the video, and I look forward to doing this again. Thank you.